All right, I have some news for you hot off the press, and I want to give a shout out to Nintendo Prime fan Zuma Keto. Gotta say your username anyways here on YouTube because you tipped me off to this in the middle of a live stream of all things. But Nintendo Switch is selling in Japan right now without a dock. Now, many of us thought this would happen eventually. Maybe not this year, but maybe by next holiday or something like that, where we would get an undocked version of it. So you have the normal Switch, no dock, Switch with dock, two different price points, right? And that would sell, even more, more Switches. Well, they're doing it, and obviously you get the two Joy-Cons, you get the Switch itself, and then you get the straps. It just doesn't have the dock. Now, the pricing differences are very interesting here because the regular Switch, which includes the dock, costs 32,378 yen, which for us is $300 USD. It's pretty much a direct correlation to what we have to pay for a Switch. The dockless option costs 26,978 yen, or $245 USD. Now, we know if they did this in the US to correlate the prices, they would probably charge $250 USD. And there's two ways to look at this. On one hand, that's what a Nintendo 3DS cost at launch. In fact, there are new Nintendo 3DS bundles that go up to $230, $240. So it actually starts to approach that 3DS pricing. So if this happens before holiday this year, that's going to be a big boon for Switch sales because there's plenty of people that don't give two craps about the dock. And they sell the dock separately so they can always go buy it after the fact. Now, the other way to look at this as the $245 kind of sort of is a big statement that the dock itself, which Nintendo charges $90 for, of course, that includes a charging cable. I assume a charging cable is included with the portable version. But charging cable plus the dock, they charge $90 for. Now, I know you can get it on sale some places for less than that. We're not talking about Amazon Prime pricing and all this stuff. I realize there's cheaper ways to get everything. But that's the MSRP is $90, or $89.99 to be specific. And the reason I say it's interesting because if you subtract $90 off of the retail price, you basically get down to $210 or a more consumer-friendly price of $200. And that's not what it charges here. Now we know it's not a direct one-to-one correlation. There's a huge retail markup price, et cetera, et cetera. Like we know it does not cost $90 for the charge cord and the dock itself for Nintendo to make it and get it out to you, right? There's a hefty profit margin there. But it's very interesting to see that we kind of get an idea of what the dock is worth. It's about $55 of the cost of the Switch. $55 of the cost is basically what it is. So it's pretty much a $35 markup in general. At least that's what I get off of this. So there's two ways to look at it. One, the price drop feels like it should be bigger because of how much the dock costs on its own. Maybe reality is the cost of the dock should be reduced to $60 or something like that. I know that because it razor thin margins, but how many people are really going to pick up an extra dock at $90? I don't know. Maybe the sales numbers are proving me wrong. Nintendo's the only one who really knows. Maybe GameStop has some sales figures too or something. But I got to say, at $245 or $250, that's not quite the sweet point I think Switch needs to get at for an even bigger market share. I think $200, where the new Nintendo 3DS is at, is really where Nintendo should hit. But $250 is a more enticing prospect than $300. And if you don't care about the dock at all and you've never docked your Switch, $250 definitely sounds way more appealing than $300. It also means they could sell a $300 version that has bundled games in. So I feel like Nintendo is starting to prepare themselves for the inevitability that they want to offer a cheaper version of the Switch. Now, if you listen to some Nintendo reps over the past year, you would see them argue that they would never release a Switch without a dock because that defeats half of the purpose of the dock, which is the ability to use it at home with your TV and then take it with you on the go. And there's a further argument to be made because of the Switch bricking issue. A lot of people might look at this as, I'll get this plus a cheap third-party dock for $10 or $15, and then that dock bricks their Switch, and then we have a whole new situation. But whatever, Nintendo's not going to worry about that. As they say, they only concern themselves with first-party accessories. They've said that several times over again. So, yeah, this is a wholly positive thing, I think. I think even though maybe the pricing is a little strange, overall, I got to say that options are always good. If you don't care about the dock, why not get the Switch for $55 cheaper as they're charging in Japan? I feel like this is something that we're going to, if it's happening in Japan already, then I feel like this is something that could hit the United States, and it could even be one of their announcements at E3 that they're going to release an unbundled version of it for holidays this year. So I think this is good. I think options are good. I also think this means that maybe the dock's going to die off. I don't know. Is it going to be the new Kinect, right, where Kinect was packed in and forced to be in with every single Xbox, and then 6 months later they're like, yeah, we should probably stop doing that. So we'll see. We'll see if this has the same impact, because Switch is still selling the gangbusters. I think this is this is essentially, for a lot of consumers out there that only want to use their Switch portably, this is essentially a $50 price drop. And of course that's a good thing. Regardless of how it lines up with the pricing of the dock at retail, that's a good thing. That's a wholly positive thing. It's a price drop. So this is good news, I think. It's happening in Japan. Only a matter of time before it comes to the United States. I got to throw this out to you guys. What do you guys think about this? Because to me, this is just a crazy, crazy thing that they're doing this. But they are. Again, remember, they charge $300 USD, so 32,378 yen for the full version with the dock. And they are offering a dockless option in Japan right now for 26,978 yen. That equates to $245. So you guys let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's about time? Do you think they're doing it too soon? Do you think the price should be even cheaper? Do you think it should be more? I'm really interested in your guys' thoughts on this. It's still swirling in my head this is even happening. I didn't think we'd be talking about this for another year, but here we are before E3 2018. It's already happening in Japan. That means it's inevitable anywhere else in my mind. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on that. Anyways, folks, I'm Nathaniel Rovagents from Nintendo Prime, and if you like this video, you know what to do. And if you dislike the video, hit that dislike button, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Yes.